Okay, it's the next day. I just cracked open the crucible. As you can see, I put lots of fine powder stuff in there. You can see the tool rod just sitting up the side there, so I think it's survived. And this stuff, it's the stuff what stuck to the lid. It's very fine. I think it's the Wonder Material stuff. It's got an iron content in it. It's flammable. That's only that flaky stuff. It gathers up around there, see it? So I'll fish all this out and check the resistance. Well, it's packed, so I'll tip it into a drum, I think. Rightio, have it all out. The only thing what never survived was my carbon cloth. I think that's it there, or what's left of it, but just holding these on there, 2.6 gone down, 1.8 ohms. It was too hot for the carbon to make a carbon foam out of material. It sort of graphitized it, so not good. That long rod is not too bad. .5 ohms over just that distance. These things are really good. They turned out really well. This is the second one I made, which was cornstarch. It held together. They're all in the 1.3 ohms. These are the graphite ones. They're much lighter. Actually, I'll get the scale. For some reason, these are further weight. So I'll go get the scales and I'll come back. I have the scales. So this was the corn flour one, and we're at 89 grams, and the just plain flour and graphite mix. So it's got 2 cups of the original briquettes and a half a cup of graphite powder. It's almost the same height. It's missing a bit, 20 mil shorter. So you've got to take that into consideration. Oh, 89. They just feel heavy. That just feels heavier than this one, but it's not. Slightly, but it's bigger too. And this one weighs 92. So actually these are heavier. And 91 grams on that one. So for the resistance, on the 200 ohms. This is the graphite one. They're quite hard. 1 ohms, 0.9 ohms. The next one, 0.9 ohms. They're actually better than the original briquette I used. Maybe I can press harder. I don't want to break it. They are robust. They're waterproof now after being kilned. So the resistance on them is good. I'm quite happy with the results, and while I was out here thinking last night, I'm doing it back to front. I should pack this completely and press a rod down and cut out the core. That will save a lot of issues. You can pack it better then with a disc. So you pack it all, get the same inner core and press it in a drill press and poke the center out with a hollow tube. That will probably work. I'll try that on the next run. Be able to make more of them quicker that way. I could make up a little pressing jig maybe as well. But before we do that, I'll test these. I'll have to file that hole out a bit bigger because that's where it got compressed through the thing, but I'm quite happy with the results actually. They're holding together. So now it will be is adding the graphite better than not having the graphite as well. And I'm wondering what would happen if we actually added some active materials and then furnace them as well. I think it might burn the materials out. Not sure how nickel hydroxide goes with excess heat. It may turn into nickel metal throughout the thing maybe, which might help. So there's a few factors. So when you're going to make some carbon felt, probably 2 hours at say 600 degrees works, because my other carbon cloth I only did it for 2 hours and it wasn't that as hot as it got this time. But you got to get these really hot so you can get in through the centers and it goes straight through the carbon. So a bit of luck there, and I think that one's a usable one, providing it holds together. It'll fit down there perfectly. This one's got a better hole though. But yeah, so I'm wrapped with that. You can sort of make cheap carbon electrodes. And I think they're porous enough. That should suck up a lot of the active material. I need to wash that once more and it's ready to go, and I'll make up some zinc hexacyanoferrate and give that 4 washes as well and leave it in solution. And we'll put these in the oven to about 40 degrees for an hour or so, and then we'll dunk them into there. They will absorb all the active materials. And I'm also going to make this one of these a zinc outer and active material for an inner positive, and to see if the results is different. I have a feeling that having this one as a negative will have larger surface area on the zinc and perform better.